Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my instant reaction for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Literally just walked in the door, sat in the chair, turned the lights on, and here we go. We're just gonna get my raw, authentic thoughts. No editing, no B-roll, nothing crazy. You're just gonna get it. So if I ramble a little bit, because I am a little bit tired, which I usually ramble in my videos as I am now, I'm apologizing. Like I said, I'm pretty tired. It's late at night. Anyways, what are my thoughts on the movie? So the first thing I want to say is this. The movie's good. I enjoyed it. I had a great time watching it. I thought it was a solid movie. It was a good breath of fresh air because I was concerned about the way Marvel was going because it felt like all the content we've gotten so far was very average. It's like I had a good time with some elements of the shows that we've gotten. Like She-Hulk was, or not She-Hulk, Miss Marvel was a surprise. That was actually pretty good. She-Hulk was very mediocre. Thor Love and Thunder was decent. It wasn't the best, but it was decent. Then Doctor Strange was decent. So we've got a lot of decent movies, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever is a good movie. It feels like they're back to form with how the previous phases were. It's got the right amount of comedy. It's got the right amount of serious moments, like heart-wrenching moments, the right amount of action. The movie's beautifully shot. It's just got the right magic, in my opinion. It like puts us back in that world of Black Panther, which was good for me. Now, I can see where some people have some problems. I listened to some reviews on the way home, as well as I've seen some Rotten Tomatoes scores on the movie in terms of the critics and the fans, and I can see where the issues are. And I think the biggest thing is that the biggest issue that a lot of people have, or not issue, but the biggest thing people talk about a lot, is that there's a big void with the T'Challa and Chadwick Boseman character. I understand the studio is faced with an impossible decision, right? You lost your lead actor, tragically, and you have to either replace him with somebody else or go in the direction they did with this movie. And I'm not going to even pretend to try and figure out what they could have done to replace. I'm not going to touch that. But I am going to say that with the impossible options they had, they chose the right one, and I felt like it was very, very well done for what they had to do. They not only had to give a lot of callbacks and homage to Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa in this movie and do it tastefully without overdoing it, but they also had to show us that Black Panther is gonna be okay, like the franchise, right? Because it's in good hands, right? With Shuri, with Okoye, with all these people, right? And like I said, I feel like they did a good job as an overarching theme for the movie. I felt like it was fine. I didn't have any issues with it. I felt comfortable with the direction they're going in the future. Now, getting more in the details of the movie without spoiling, so that way I can give you as many things as I can think of right now until I do my full review that's coming out next week. There's one end credit scene. It's in the middle. You don't need to stay to the end. There's only one end credit scene. There's a couple of cameos. I'm not going to spoil them. They're very good in my opinion. We do meet the scientist who eventually becomes you-know-who, so I'm not going to spoil that either. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you will. What else? So the Queen is very good. I loved her character in here. And Okoye, like I said, is one of the best characters in this movie. If I didn't say that, she is one of the best characters in the movie, if not the best character in this movie, because Diana Guerrera is just a great actress. Not only is she great in The Walking Dead, but she's been phenomenal in Black Panther. And I felt like this movie allowed her to shine a lot, especially since there was so much space to fill with no T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman. I thought they did a great job filling it with the Queen, with Okoye, and with Shuri. I thought that those were the three characters that they should focus on, and they did a really good job doing it. And with Shuri, like I said, I didn't have any issues with her, really, in my opinion. I thought she did a pretty good job. She had a lot to struggle with because she was not... you could clearly see from the previous movies and the previous times we saw her, she was not as ingratiated with the whole thing of, becoming a true princess or whatever, like her brother, right? So you can really see that she's struggling with that. And, it's cool to see her kind of move past that and become Black Panther eventually, as you've seen in the trailers and whatnot. So yeah, like I said, it wasn't a perfect movie, but at the same time, no movie's perfect. I would give this probably a 4 out of 5, if not a solid A if you're ranking it on any of those scales. And like I said, I feel comfortable with where Black Panther is going. I feel comfortable as Shuri as Black Panther, as well as all the other things they did. I was a whole bunch of different emotions during this movie, for lack of a better way of putting it, because like I said, they started off so strong with in the first minute, you'll figure out exactly what they do with Chadwick Boseman's character. It's sad. and your heartstrings are tugged at, and then they're tugged at the whole movie. There's various things that happen. There's deaths that happen. It's just like it's a very emotional movie, and yeah, it really is. The one small gripe I had, it's not even really a gripe. It's kind of like a general thing. The pacing was a little bit off sometimes, but I felt like that it wasn't off very long. And this is a very long movie. But like I said, I think that they had so much to cover that it kind of needed it. But nevertheless, I know this review is all over the place. I'm tired, so I'm going to go to bed. But I'm going to have a full review, like breaking this down a little bit more coherently. And I'm excited to talk about it because there's a lot of things that I think they did very well, like I said. But anyways, if you've seen Black Panther Forever, Wakanda Forever, let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you haven't, are you excited to see it still? Let me know down in the comments below. But all right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.